I'm Kelly Taylor. I set out exploring life and death through chosen objects in paintings and exploring the symbolism of those objects. Now I'm seeing more life in my work. In each of my paintings, I include a human element, such as a mannequin hand, a doll head, and also elements of mystery, like what's behind that cabinet door? What's inside that box? What can I see through the lenses of those opera glasses? And I think about how a thing can become an extension of a person, like objects left behind, like a favorite camera, a photo, a pipe, an old toy, and how these things come to represent someone specific to me, but are also universally appealing. So I can invite the viewer to create their own personal narrative when I look at my work. As I painted, I found out how objects can take on a life of their own, almost human qualities, anthropomorphic maybe, just by the way that they're combined and positioned, like the alligator head on the bottle, how that starts to make it look like it's almost human, like it can move or alive. And also the idea of combining heterogeneous things and what that looks like. It made me think of the idea of the secret life of objects. What do they do when we're not looking? After spending time at Penland this summer and gaining confidence in my drawing skills, I came back to painting and realized that I can really make things look like things. So now I'm focusing on the space that these objects occupy and making it more believable, really pushing the shadows and the highlights and capturing the worn and interesting textures of these things that I love to paint. So I'm taking my paintings to the next level, including the things that make a painting truly compelling. And also working on lighting to define and enhance these items. I'm influenced by the trompe-l'oeil still life paintings of Aaron Borod. He also painted obscure, interesting things and placed them in shadow boxes and picture frames and included really weathered textures and photos and postcards and bits of paper, and also elements that hint toward life or death, like the bird's nest in this one. The contemporary still life memento mori paintings of Scott Fraser intrigue me. He also includes human elements like a skull, like a mannequin hand. It's so exciting when you find another painter painting the same kind of things that you are. Look, there's a mannequin hand in this one, just like mine. It's like he's a kindred spirit. Also, his technical skills astound me. The colors in his shadows, the edges, and also the kind of magical or mysterious things that he includes in his paintings, like the tarot card or the marble. What do those things mean? What do they mean to him? What do they mean to other people? I want my paintings to raise these same kind of questions. Cesar Galicia, contemporary still life painter, includes vintage things and toys and mechanical items in his paintings, along with really textured surfaces, rusted metal shelves. His palette interests me. Some of his paintings look almost like a black and white photo with a surprise element of color. I'm also inspired by Joseph Cornell's boxes, although I hope that I do not include the same kind of despair and emptiness that his work had. I'm compelled to put things in boxes and shadow boxes. And also, my process is similar to Cornell's process in that a big part of it is searching for and finding the objects that I paint, that I include in my work. What I want to do next is, instead of intentionally selecting and positioning objects, I find that I'm responding to objects that I find, and I want to paint them as they're found. Like these dolls that were patiently waiting at a yard sale. They drew me in for some reason, and I want to capture that same quality that draws me in. And also thinking about how inanimate objects take on human qualities and prompt us to connect to them in certain ways. It raises the question of creepy versus comfort, and how a specific thing can affect someone, the viewer of my work, in different ways. Some look at dolls or certain things and think creepy, while some get a sense of comfort or nostalgia. This is how I invite my viewers to create their own personal narrative when they look at my work. Thank you.